Are you gonna be? Say that you're gonna be.
In the 2 years that I've been here on campus, we've tried a number of times to produce student-led podcasts, and I've encouraged students to think of concepts and shows that could be filmed at least 3 times so that we could have at least 3 episodes that we could put out. And to this point, in the 2 years that I've been here, Levi Perez's project, Ride Along, is the only student-led podcast that has been consistent and ever evolving. What I've appreciated about Levi and the Ride Along series is that he's taken coaching at every turn. He's been open to feedback. We've been able to show his podcast to some of his peers and open it up to a forum where they're allowed to critique and give him immediate feedback. And most students would shy away from that. But Levi hasn't. He's encouraged it, and he's been able to apply that feedback into each episode. It's been amazing to watch the evolution of Ride Along, episodes 1 through 9. I thought he showed a lot of promise in his first episode with Santana Stevenson. I thought there was a lot there, and I really encouraged him to keep it going. And since then, he's produced some of our most watched content on the BuffTV YouTube channel. So super proud of him. And if you haven't already, go follow him on Instagram. Check out his content on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, do all that great stuff because this man is doing big things.
Hey guys, this is episode 10 of Ride Along. We're going to have our very first female athlete. We have the Division III shot put champion Genesis Mailangi. And we're going to be going through her track career, her volleyball career, and her road to going to Division I school. So Genesis, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get going.
I've been playing volleyball for 4 years, and I've been doing track for 2. Honestly, track is like very new to me, like this being like only my 2nd season. Last year, or the reason why I even joined track is because of my cousin Michaela, because I wanted to spend like a lot of time with her, and then it turned out that I was pretty good at it.
So last year was your very first year doing track. Take us through last season from beginning to end and just give us a brief description of how that season went for you.
So in the beginning of the season, it was actually like a really hard transition, like coming from like team sports and then coming to like track or like the field aspect of track, because like all these team sports, like they're fast, they're fast paced. And like there's like always something like to watch, but like whereas in track, like you have to like calm down, you have to like focus, and it's like quiet. So like my attention span, like it being like very small, like it was a really big adjustment. But like I said, like my cousin like really helped me like stay, and like because I have her to thank for that.
So how long did it take for you to adjust from you're going in all these team sports and now you're getting into it's an individual? When you perform and compete, it's just you alone. How long did that take?
Honestly, it was up until this year because like I said, like my cousin, like she graduated last year, so I went into the season mostly by myself. But of course I had like you guys and my girls to like help me along the way. But like the closeness I lost with her, Michaela, because like she's like my sister. So like it was like I was all alone. Like I remember the first track meet that we had, I believe it was I can't remember what it was called.
Of this season or last season?
This season.
This season.
Like it was very hard for me because usually I would always like be with her, and like we would always like walk around and like go watch the other events, but like it was just being by myself, and like it was really hard for me.
So losing her, and now you have to, not that you're just at it alone, you do have new teammates and all that,
Yes.
but that transition of getting through all of that was difficult, and eventually you were able to overcome it to, now you're more comfortable later on through the
Yeah.
season. So so this season, as we can see with all your medals on, are those all from this year or those from last year too?
A mixture of both.
So this season you've been very successful. How was the success last season also?
Um, to be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, I had Coach Johnson last year, and he was a good coach, but like, his knowledge of throwing only went so far. And he was a great coach in terms of he was fun. He did make the sport a lot more fun for me. Like when we would have practices and stuff, he would always be cracking jokes and whatnot. But
So once you lost, Coach Johnson left and Coach AD came in, the transition between the two, Coach AD was a lot more, he knew what he was doing, he knows what he's doing. And he wanted to get you better because he's seen the potential you had. What difference did you start to feel, and how long did it take for you to really transition into now you got to take this sport serious, and before it was just kind of for fun?
honestly, I was. So you know how I was like playing volleyball and trying out wrestling and all that, and hearing from Jack that like Coach wasn't too fond of me at the beginning of the season. That's what like kind of intimidated me to like even come out. But on like the first workout that we had, he was pretty cool. He wasn't as strict as I thought he was going to be, and it wasn't that much of like a big adjustment to like the workouts and stuff. But like how disciplined he was with us, like that was kind of a big adjustment. Having going from like a fun coach like all the time to like a semi fun, like as long as like you do your work and like or like put in the work and effort.
Yeah, because it's definitely more, you have to be serious throughout. You can't just mess around and all
Yeah.
that. But with him being a lot more serious, do you think that helped you get all those medals you have now?
Oh yeah, most definitely, because like I said before, my attention span is like very small, and he often like focused me a lot, and like he would pull me to the side a lot, even during track meets, and he would like have me like recollect myself and like clear out like all my distractions.
So clearing out all that, it definitely helped you get to where you need to be. And you started learning different things. I don't know what you did last year, if you glided, you spun.
Last year, yeah, I did glide, and then this year he tried to have me glide, or he tried to have me spin, but I couldn't spin. I couldn't do it. So I asked him one day during practice if I could glide, and then he seen me throw it pretty far, and he was like, "Hey, we're not spinning anymore."
So that transition, because you still spin in discus. So between those two things, what do you think is more, it's easier for you to spin in discus and glide in shot put, and which one do you feel you're more successful in between the two?
Honestly, right now, I would say both of them are pretty even.
So all season, there hasn't been too many, you've gotten first or second throughout the years, or throughout the season. Has there been meets to where you walked in and you walked out dissatisfied, and because
Yes.
being the top thrower for the team and being for the girls, and then you go into a meet with high expectations and you don't meet those expectations for family, for coaches, for people outside of here, how do you cope with that, and then what do you do to make sure you don't have that experience again?
Like honestly, going into meets, of course I know like we've been doing this, like it's nothing new. Like we're doing something that we've been practicing for days and hours on end. But like in terms of distractions and stuff, like having your parents there, having your teammates there, having your coaches there. Yeah, those can play like big roles, especially like for me, like my family. My family like plays a big role in everything that I do, especially sports. Like I come from a very, very athletic family with high expectations, and especially like me being the oldest at home. Like I have like a big role because I have my little siblings like looking up to me. So
So that just adds on pressure for you
yeah.
to perform under that.
But like when I'm in the ring, like I repeat like this affirmation. It's kind of like a Bible verse. It's like God is within her, she will not fall. And like I try to like always remember that so that like I have the confidence to throw. I have the confidence that like I will make my family proud. I'll make my coaches proud. I'll make my teammates proud.
So when you don't hit those marks, because you're not going to be perfect every time, if you don't hit those marks, how do you cope with those feelings and how do you go through getting ready for the next week as you always have on to the next, like you say?
Well, of course, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be quiet for a long time, and I'm not going to talk to anyone until I've calmed down. And then, of course, I'll, like, talk to my coaches, talk to my teammates, and, like, I'll just, like, ask for words of encouragement. Often, like, you've helped me a lot through this season, and you've helped me to keep a clear mind and, like, always, like, look forward to the next.
Bro, no way they just stole my granny's brownies, bro. Like, I can't even see their car no more, bro. Like, that just ruined my whole day. Oh, my, bro. Poor granny.
Calm down, bull. Let me put you on with the best bacon in the 209.
So what you need?
So what you need? You look like you like it all.
All right, bro.
Sorry about that. It was his last day on the job, obviously. I mean, we got everything on the menu here. I don't know if you want to take a look at it. I can show you right now if you want.
I'll be sure to check this out. This stuff looks good. What's this called again?
BB Bakes, bro. It's the best out right now. I'm telling you, best in the 209.
BB Bakes?
Yeah.
I'll check that out soon, bro. I got you.
All right, bro. See you.
BB Bakes, bro. That place does low-key good. Man, I still miss grandma's cooking, though.
So we had a transition away from Coach Lyon's room. He kicked us out. Now we're in Mr. Burns' back room. So we were talking about track, and now we're going to transition into your volleyball career. That's more of your main sport, your first sport love type of thing. Tell us about volleyball just a little bit.
Volleyball is the first sport that my mom actually let me play because my mom wasn't big on like letting me play sports. It's like volleyball honestly is like a big part of like my identity. I remember like the first couple months after our last game, I went through an identity crisis. Like I just like didn't know what to do because it's like I had nothing to look forward to over the summer in terms of like summer conditioning. Like, I would spend like hours on hours here just to like play volleyball with like my teammates and like hang out with my coach.
So once the volleyball season you're going through your senior year, once your last game, well, how far did you guys make it this year?
We didn't make it past the first round of playoffs.
So once the first round of playoffs was over and you guys had lost, what feelings were going through you?
I remember once that ball hit that ground and it was like, okay, all right, it's okay. And then we went and shook our opponent's hand, and then we're coming back, and I looked around, I looked at the scoreboard, I looked at my jersey, and I looked at my cleats, and I came to the realization that, like, dang, like, this is it. This is my last time, like, playing in my jersey with my cleats, like, me repping 9, and, like, with a whole crowd, like, cheering, like, dang, like, this is it. Like, this is my last ride.
So if you were given a chance between track and between volleyball, if you were given another chance to play volleyball again, would you take it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So would you take the volleyball? Have you gotten any looks in volleyball?
No.
So if say the track scholarship isn't there, and there isn't a single, you do have schools that are looking at you, but say you're given a chance to go maybe to MJC and play volleyball, and then go to another college that is offering you that big money, would you take that?
Yes.
All right, Genesis, so we're coming to the end of the interview. Is there any last things you want to say for the interview? Get off your chest, whatever.
Well, just shout out to my family for letting me make it this far, and my coach Melion as well, for even getting me into this predicament, and to my teammates for keeping me going. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. But yeah.
So this has been episode 10 of Ride Along. This is a big number. So number 10, we had our first female athlete, very successful female athlete at that. So going forward, we're going to have more athletes, male, female. We'll have all sorts of stuff, and stay tuned for more.